Thank you, Andrea. My name is Janet Nishihara, and I'm the director of the Educational Opportunities Program at Oregon State University. It's a program that's been around for like 50 years. So a lot of the things that we do there, we've used over time and have been very successful. We have a good track record. Um, a lot of the things that we do are specifically for students who would be the first in their families, the first generation to go to college, students of color, students on financial aid, all those types of students that we know may not have as much experience with higher education. It may be a big mystery and a big puzzle. So that's what our job is to help demystify that and help make it clearer for students. So one of the first things that we do is we can help students through the admissions process. So if they're unclear, it's a pretty simple process, but if they're unclear, we can answer questions, we can connect them up with people who know the answers. So we're definitely doing that like in the summer. I just had an email exchange with a student who's getting our help. All the students in our program have an academic counselor that they work with, and that's somebody that's their one go-to person in the program. And that person also can answer any questions and help refer them. And we always tell people, the academic counselor, we answer questions, everything from, can you help me figure out what classes to take next term, to my roommate drives me crazy because they leave their clothes on the floor all the time. So, and everything in between. So we do a lot of how do you get adjusted to college, how do you find internships, all those pieces. We help students with all those things. We have smaller sections of some courses up through the first term of calculus at Oregon State, which can be intimidating for students, some students. It would have been intimidating for me to take calculus at the university. And our sections are smaller. So there are about 25 students at any given time. And that means that if I'm sitting in class and I don't know what's going on, the instructor can tell by the look on my face usually that I'm lost. And we'll come by and say, so how's it going? And is this making sense to you? So there's a lot more, it's a lot more closer to a public school size classroom than like 200 students in a calculus classroom. Some of our main jobs at Oregon State are to help you find your place at OSU. OSU can be a big place. I grew up in far eastern Oregon, further over than any students who might be watching this maybe. So far in eastern Oregon that you could throw a rock and hit Idaho. So I grew up near Ontario. Small area, lots of farmers, came to Oregon State and did not know what the heck to do. So part of our job in EOP is to help students figure out, what are your questions? How are you going to fit in? Where are you going to find friends? Where are you going to find community? How can you find your place in your major, with professors, with friends, all those kinds of things. One of the ways we do that is all the students in our program come to a relatively short 4 or 5 day bridge program that happens just before classes start fall term. That means the students in our program get on campus before all the other new freshmen. So it's not masses of new students there. They get to learn their way around. We help them figure out where their classes are. We help them make friends. We help them. My big problem when I came as a student was I came, moved into my dorm and thought, I don't know where the food is. There must be food here someplace. And just sort of follow people around until I found food. Our job in EOP is to make it so you don't have to wait to find out where the food is. We'll help you figure that piece out. The Bridge program, we also have, this is actually a picture of one of the activities of the Bridge program out at Hatfield Marine Science Center. Just a way to bond and get to meet other people on campus. Another part of our job is helping you find your passion. So like a couple years ago, we got to take a van load of students down to the Ashland Shakespearean Festival, got to see a play about Indigenous people. It was a great, funny, hilarious play. And then we got to help out at the Southern Oregon University powwow. And then we got to meet an artist down there, Betty LeDuc, who's a very pretty prominent artist. She has a lot of work at Oregon State and different museums around the country. And got to talk to her about what's the inspiration behind her work. So there's opportunities to do lots of different things. We try to cover a lot of bases. On each page, this is the EOP page. If you just put it, if you go to OSU homepage, oregonstate.edu, and you put EOP in the search engine, our page will come up. On every page, there's a link to applying. So if you have any questions, this will help answer some questions. There's links to emailing me if you have questions, and there's also the link to the application. So, and hopefully if there's any questions, we're certainly open to answering them. I'm pretty easy to find. There are no other Janet Nishiharas at Oregon State University. So if you put in EOP, you're going to find me.